Mabrika! Welcome to a new episode of Let's Talk Taíno. I'm Priscilla Colon, co-founder and creative here at Casa Reito, where our mission is to promote the Taíno language and culture. Before we begin, I'd love you to take a moment to click the notifications and subscribe to our channel. It will allow us to reach more people who are interested in learning about the Taíno language and culture. I really appreciate it, and as I always say, together we can do it. Now, let's start with our episode. Now, in today's episode, we're going to have a little fun. We're going to practice our spelling in Taíno by looking at some rhyming words. Now, if you haven't already, you'll need to go back and re-watch certain episodes. Specifically, Let's Talk Taíno 2, where I introduce the Taíno alphabet so that you know what sounds each letter makes in Taíno. I also recommend watching Let's Talk Taíno 36, Taíno Pronunciation, where I review again the pronunciation of each letter sound, especially those tricky ones. Now you might be thinking, spelling, how boring! But I promise it's not boring, and there are a few little tricks that you can use, so let's go over those. We're going to practice our spelling using rhyming words. Why is that? Because many rhyming words end with the same letter. This makes it a lot easier. You don't even need to know the meanings of these words. Just use your ears. Now we're going to do an exercise in which we're going to see 3 pictures and 3 words, and you have to guess the missing letter. What I will do is I will say the word out loud, and then you'll figure out which letter sounds makes sense so that you know which letter is missing. And some of these words you've seen before, and maybe some of them you haven't, but it's okay. You don't need to know what they mean to figure out the letter and the letter sound. Do you want to get started? I do, so let's go. What is the missing letter? Okay, let's read the words out loud. Bibi, colibrí, coquí. Did you hear? It's that E sound at the end. What letter makes that sound in Taíno? That's right. In Taíno, the I makes that E sound. Now, let's read the words again with their English translations. Bibi, mother. Colibrí, hummingbird. Coquí, coquí frog. You see how that works? Why don't we try the next example? What is the missing letter? Listen closely as I read the words aloud. Baba, guaba, tanama. What makes that ah sound in Taíno? Correct! The A makes the ah sound in Taíno. Now, let's read those words again with their English translations. Baba, father. Guaba, spider. Tanama, butterfly. I bet you got that letter. Now, let's try our next example. What is the missing letter? Listen carefully as I read the words. Guatu, cucucheru, pichu. Do you know what letter in Taíno makes that oo sound? That's right, it's the U that makes the oo sound in Taíno. Now let's read the words with their English translations. Follow along with me. It'll give you a chance to practice. Guatu, fire. Cucucheru, mouse. Pichu, bean. You see that? you didn't need to know what cucucheru means, mouse. Even though you'd never seen it before, you could figure out the final letter. Now let's try the next set of words. What is the missing letter? Listen carefully as I read the words aloud. Que, te, si ba yo e. Do you know what letter makes that e sound in Taíno? That's right. It is the letter E. That makes the e sound in Taíno. Now let's read the words aloud with their English translations. Que, soil. Te, tea. Si ba yo e, onion. Now you might be wondering, isn't te just the Spanish word for tea? Yes and no. Yes, te is Spanish for tea nowadays, but that word, along with the word tea and along with the word chai, were all borrowed from Chinese. You see, this Chinese character was pronounced in two very different ways depending on where you were from in China. It was pronounced cha or te. The Dutch, who brought tea to England and other places in Europe, got it from China's Fujian coast where they pronounced it as te. The folks who brought tea by land to places in the rest of Asia and the Middle East got it from places in which the character was pronounced cha. That's why they used the word chai in other places around the world.
I love chai tea.
What did you just say?
Chai tea, chai means tea, bro. You're saying tea. Would I ask you for a coffee with room for cream?
No.
And that is how tea became te and thi and the and all kinds of stuff in Europe. And that's how we borrowed it today and put it into Taíno. So, technically speaking, we're borrowing one of the ways in which we say tea or te in Chinese. Now, isn't that interesting that one character could have many different ways of being pronounced? Of course, and it happens also in our indigenous islands as well. There are many different ways that you can pronounce words. Some that look very, very different, like cha and te. Now, let's get back to our episode and figure out which is the missing letter. Let's look at the last set of words. Listen carefully as I pronounce them. Carey, hui, guay. Now you might be thinking, is this a trick? I thought we already practiced the E sound. Yes, there is another letter that when it appears at the end of a word makes that E sound in Taíno. Do you remember what letter that is? That's correct. The missing letter is the Y. When it appears after an E or an A at the end of a word, it makes that E sound. Now, let's read the words aloud one more time with their English translations. Carey, hawksbill sea turtle. Hui, sea crab. Guay, sun. Now, wasn't that fun? Just by listening for rhyming letters or words, we were able to figure out the missing letters that make those sounds, especially if you already knew how to spell one of those words. That wasn't too bad, right? Now, let's review one more time everything we learned today. Bibi, mother. Colibri, hummingbird. Coqui, coqui frog. Baba, father. Guaba, spider. Tanama, butterfly. Guatu, fire. Cucucheru, mouse. Pichu, bean. Que, soil, dirt or land. Te, tea. Sibayoe, onion. Carey, hawksbill sea turtle. Huey, sea crab. Guay, sun. Now, before we leave today, I have a little homework. You may have noticed that we were reviewing the vowel sounds, but we didn't cover an important vowel. So, in the comments, I want you to complete this word. Múcaro. What is the missing letter? Múcaro. You can write the full word in the comments below. And as a bonus, can you write more words that rhyme with múcaro? Leave those all down below and I'll be sure to check them. It will also give me a chance to practice with you. As always, thank you so much for coming here week after week, learning Taíno along with me. I know it can be hard, but sometimes it can be a lot of fun, like doing these rhyming activities to practice our spelling. And as I always say, together we can bring back Taíno. Don't forget to check out all of the other resources that we have available on our website, casareito.com. There you're going to find kids' books, other books we recommend, and our digital course, where you can practice more of your Taíno speaking, typing, and spelling skills, as well as learn about Taíno culture. In the meantime, tay karaya guaitiao nagu.